Hi lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Soulmate for Love and welcome to our weekly karmic update, but it's kind of going to be with a twist this time, guys. All right, so usually we have an update on the karmic connection. We look at the energies there, la 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 la. But today I've been guided by spirit to continue with our interview series. Now, if you're new to my channel, we've been interviewing like all the different parties in this whole setup. So we've interviewed DM's dad, DM's mom, DF's dad, DF's mom. We've interviewed DM's peer, DM's best friend, mentor, just a whole lot of, to just give you a holistic view of what is happening and what is being said and the characters, because we're all here on this stage, right? And everything that we're doing is supposed to guide everybody to self-love, because everybody's going to be impacted by what happens with this soul connection and these different soul contracts that we have with each other. Okay, so today I'm going to do the interview with the karmic. I have about 19 to 20 questions here, all geared up to ask. So I'm going to try and aim for like 20 minutes 20 minutes public, 20 minutes with the extended, and or see as much as I can get through within all public time. Okay, so that's one. Two, somebody sent me a decision maker and they did not put their name, so I have no idea who this is. So please identify yourself so I can thank you properly. But I'm going to be using this tool during the interview to verify some of the things that the karmic said. So I don't know if you can see this, but they're like things like definitely, maybe, yes, ask a friend, try again, and no way, right? So as I'm guided, I'm going to use it as I'm guided. Maybe we can ask a question now. Is karmic happy to be in? Oh gosh, it says try again. Is karmic happy to be in our presence? Try again. Try again. All right, so I guess ambiguous, I don't know. Well, it says no way, but it says try again. So it says no way, try again, no way, try again. So maybe she's ambivalent. Anyway, so I think we might be using it. We'll see. It depends on how things flow, okay? All right, so let's get into this, guys. Don't forget, next week, 5th of the 5th, Made for Love's birthday bash. I'll be on for an hour from 12 noon Eastern time, and already I've received some gifts. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to start unboxing them one by one so that everybody can get a little moment in the sun. So I've already started receiving, so I'll unbox some tomorrow. You know what? Nah, I'm not going to use that for the karmic read. All right, so from tomorrow I'll start doing that, okay? All right, so guys, let's get into this. Okay, I don't want to waste time because we want to cover as much questions as possible. So welcome, karmic. Thank you for being here. And I want you to know that you are serving a very important purpose, you know, in terms of the transmutation of the karmic debt, and also mirroring back to DF what distorted feminine energy looks like, okay? So thank you for that. It's a hard job, but you got it, and you know what? We're grateful. All right, so let's go. All right, so how are you feeling being here in front of all these deaths? Are you feeling the love? We have inventive. See, this is why I think we need this decision maker here, because we might have to go to it to verify some of the things that she's saying, because the karmic that's coming through, she's a bit inventive, meaning she can make up shit, one, and very much very crafty, okay? So we're gonna have to take some of what she might be saying with a grain of salt. She reminds me of DM's dad in that respect. So if you didn't see that interview, go watch that interview. Okay, she's coming up as heartbroken. Why sway? She's disappointed, and she is going through the motions. She's a robot. All right, so let's find out what this energy is all about. Okay, so let me give a little shuffle to my clarifying mirror. Let's see what's happening here. I keep seeing the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, so that's really ambivalent energies coming through. And look, it came out again. So it looks like she's healing and trying to move on from some kind of difficult situation here. Yeah, she's not feeling very empowered right now. All right, so let's see what's happening. Spirit, why'd you give us inventive for how she's feeling? What's that about? Okay. All right, so she wants the status quo to remain the same. So she's trying to figure out how does she maintain this lifestyle, this relationship. I think she might be feeling kind of unbalanced right now. And she just wants things to remain the same. Yeah. But she also, I think she's been feeling stressed out, and she's trying to figure out what is the solution to this issue that she's going through, and what is the issue she's heartbroken. Yeah. So she's thinking, maybe the best way to deal with what she's feeling is to walk away or to withdraw from this relationship. Yeah, she's ready to end it. She's thinking this is the solution, that she's ready to end it. Is she telling the truth, decision maker? I gotta show you guys this shit. Decision maker says, no way. She's not telling the truth. All right, so she lying to herself. Okay. All right, she's heartbroken. What is she heartbroken about? Okay. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this is somebody retracting their cup of love. This is someone no longer offering emotionally to a particular situation. Okay. Yeah. I think there's also been some kind of injustice here in this situation. She perceives that there's been an injustice, right? But she still wants to maintain the status quo in this connection. Okay, I'm getting that there was the death of something, the death of this relationship. So for some of you, this relationship has already broken down. Okay, this relationship has already broken down. That's why she's feeling brokenhearted. So I'm tapping into a karmic where the connection, the karmic connection, the contract is over. All right, she's disappointed. Why? Okay, because somebody freed themselves. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords here. Somebody freed themselves from this connection. Somebody was kind of frustrated. It could be it could be karmic was frustrated at how things were heading. And maybe they feel themselves, it looks like, more importantly, it looks like spirit intervened here and brought the tower down. So it looks like everything has crumbled. Okay. So she's just going through the motions. She's like kind of robotic right now because it looks like a lot of things have happened and she really doesn't know how to respond or cope at the moment. Okay, but she knows that she has to move on. Karmic has to heal and move on. I'm going to be using she because I'm channeling, right? Okay, because there's nothing here left. There's nothing here left. There might also been some sort of monetary issues, so things are kind of unstable. So she's ready to roll out. Okay. All right. So we're getting a handle on how you feel. Thank you for telling us that, even though you tried to lie. Anyway. Okay. So could you describe yourself? If you had to describe yourself in 4 cards, karmic, how would you describe yourself? How do you see yourself? If you had to write a little bio on yourself, describe yourself to anyone, how do you see yourself? Stable in the material world. Ace of Pentacles. All right, so how would you describe yourself? 4 cards, please. We have the Two of Pentacles. Ooh, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We have Death. Scorpio. What is she trying to say here? 5 of Cups. She's talking about how she feels at present. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. And the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. She says, I'm absolutely heartbroken. Everything that I've tried to build has fallen apart. Everything that I knew has transformed. And I really don't know what to make of it. I feel absolutely unbalanced. I really don't know what to do. I'm just keep going back and forth in my head. What did I do wrong? Where did we go wrong? And I just can't seem to catch my balance with what's happening here. Let me see something. Pull a card on this juggling. The Empress. I knew that he was juggling you and I, but I never thought that this would cause the end of our relationship. I'm just absolutely disappointed in how things have turned out. I really didn't think that he would choose you. Okay. How would you describe your childhood? Let's start at the beginning. How would you describe your childhood? We have Justice in reverse, Libra energy. We have Eight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We have the Three of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Now this is sad. And then we have the Six of Cups. 1 second, guys. Okay. I felt trapped. I felt trapped. I felt trapped by everything that was going on around me. It was always unbalanced. I never had a stable childhood. Okay, there was so much injustice, so much fighting, and I kept waiting for the day when I could be my authentic self, where I could show the world who I really am, where my ships would come in. I kept waiting. I kept waiting to speak my truth, and it never came. I kept waiting to get the childhood of my dreams, and it never happened. I was never allowed to be free. I was never allowed to be a child. I had to grow up really fast in order to keep the peace in the household. How would you describe your relationship with your mom? Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Virgo. Knight of Swords, Gemini. Seven of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And the King of Pentacles in reverse. My mom was too concerned about the material world and her own financial investments and successes to be there for me. She was never dependable. Always focusing on the next best thing. Always focusing on career. Always focusing on money. And she was very harsh with her words. Very harsh. Very cutting, especially for a child. You know the kind of person that speaks before they think? That's how she was. And it was never stable. Her love was never constant. She also had a mental illness that she was not medicated for. Very neurotic, very paranoid. And my own efforts were never good enough for her. It was never stable. It was never stable. How would you describe, let me just put this up here. All right, so we're getting a picture here because there are a lot of patterns that are replaying itself. Okay, all right. How would you describe your relationship with your father? We have the Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy. We have the Page of Cups, Pisces energy. We have the Judgment in reverse. Scorpio. And we have the Nine of Cups. All right, guys, just give me a moment here. Yes, that's what I thought. I don't really have a relationship with my father. I don't really, it never went anywhere. It never went anywhere. And that's because his judgment was always off. His attention was always elsewhere. Always on other romantic relationships. Always some kind of pie in the sky, some kind of fantasies. He never took time out to really think about life and where he was going and what he wanted to accomplish. He was always on the move. Very passionate, but without a plan. He never took time to reflect on the impact that he was having on other people in his life. He was very self-centered, very foolish. I don't even know why he had children. He never had the time for them anyway. Okay. What would you say are the most important values that you learned from your parents, whether by their presence or their absence? What message, what's the main core message that you received from them? Six of Pentacles. The Empress. Libra, Taurus energy. Ace of Cups reverse. And the Knight of Wands. Okay, guys, wait a minute. I have to pull a card in the Empress. Okay. I learned to use people before they use you. From my mother, I learned that the most important thing is to be financially stable. Forget about love. Forget about love. Forget about fantasies. Forget about daydreams. It's all about being financially stable. From my father, I learned to be a player. Never consistent. Being in different places. Following my passions and not having any regard for anyone else around me. And from both of them, I learned to be codependent and not to love myself. What are your views? Okay, so that's what they told you, and you got a strong message from your mom. But what are your views, your own personal views on love? What's your views on love? The Tower in reverse. That's Scorpio, Aries energy. The Two of Swords reversed. Okay, I just heard fuck love, right? The Two of Cups in reverse. And the Devil. Well, I don't think that there's such a thing as love. There's no such thing as love, right? I made up my mind about that a long time ago. I was never shown love. Love does not exist, okay? Love is just something that's incredibly unstable. You can't rely on it. You can't rely on it. But what you can rely on is on the material world, the things that you can touch, right? The things that you can touch. Money, belongings, possession, obsession. Those are the things that matter. Love is just a word that people use to really cover up lust and attachment. I don't think there's such a thing as love. Okay. What are your views on romantic relationships? What are your views on romantic relationships? What are your views on romantic relationships? The Fool. I'm going to put it like this. 9 of Pentacles. The 4 of Swords reverse. And the Hermit. What is she trying to say here, guys? Let me get the card on the Hermit. Okay. Oh. First of all, in romantic relationships, you need to look out for number 1, numero uno, which is yourself. Don't invest in love. Don't invest in love. Look out for number 1. Okay? Make sure that whatever you're receiving, it isn't balanced. That is balanced. You have to have a lot of patience. Make sure that there's sufficient communication with you and your partner. But I think romance is for fools. I think romance is for fools. That's what I think. I don't particularly believe in it. Romance is for fools. I think relationships should push you to be abundant in the material world and to be very independent, just in case anything happens. But in terms of love for love's sake, I'm not investing in any relationship based on that. How would you describe your relationship with DM at the moment? Let me pull this down a little bit, guys. King of Swords, Aquarius energy, Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Swords. A lot of truths are being spoken. I think we're rarely seeing each other for what we really are. There's a lot of fighting. I think there's a lot of emotional insecurity and immature communication, but we're still holding on to each other. We're still holding on. We're not letting each other go. I'm not going anywhere. We're still holding on. I know that he wants to leave, but he's not going anywhere. He is not going anywhere. He's mine. Why did you choose DM? What did you see in him? Wheel of Fortune. Oh my gosh. Page of Pentacles. Temperance, and the Sun. Okay, so why did she choose them? I felt like it was a destined connection. I felt like he was my destiny. He also had money. I liked his childlike innocence and the fact that he was willing to invest monetary wise into this connection. I liked how he was even tempered, solid and pretty stable emotionally and mentally. And I also liked the fact that he was very confident, right? I really admired his confidence. Okay, so guys, if you think that this is resonating with the karmic in your relationship, please join me in the extended. And what we're going to look at there, we're going to look at the karmic's opinion of soul connections, the karmic's opinion on your relationship with DM, how she feels. We're going to find out if she knows about you, what he has told about you, her opinion of your connection, if she has done anything in the past to undermine you, and if so, what was that? We're gonna find out what's her long-term intentions towards DM, and we're gonna find out what's her next move regarding you. Okay, so join me in extended, guys, and for those of you who can't join me in extended, thank you so much for your likes, shares, and your subscribes. And for those of you who've gone a step further and watch any of the ads I played during the readings, thank you so much. All right, take care. Bye.